should get the ones that turn into shades when you go outside into the sunlight.
Those do. Those do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
And
that's
if-
hardly outside, you know.
yeah, but if your eyes are already if you feel like if you have an infection in your eye, you don't put the contacts in.
You know,
It'll make it worse.
but I'm going to MSG. I'm going to be there with the
So what's wrong with
now, you
what,
know.
okay, now wait a minute. So what's wrong with wearing glasses?
Yeah, come on. It's fucking
What do you
glass.
mean? Come on. No, seriously. What do
Because he think it makes him look old.
Milos, put the glasses on one more time. Chris, look.
I think they look good.
I think it looks great.
Okay, Chris,
Yeah.
you're not full of shit normally, so tell me
I'm
not.
serious. Look
Yeah,
good.
I'm saying,
Don't you feel better?
what are you trying to say? He's not full of shit. That means I'm full of shit.
Yeah, sometimes, sometimes you like to make people feel better, not often.
No, no, no. Listen. They really look good on you.
Uh,
And just the fact alone that even your sister told you don't do it if you don't want to lose your eyesight. You already complaining about your right
no,
eye. Don't make it
it's
worse.
it's a panic mode now. It's a panic mode.
Yeah.
So,
Need
and
a little
all right,
second.
you're in Prague, my man.
I'm in Prague.
So
Yeah.
listen, I'm still waiting but no, I don't even need it no more because you forgot all about it. Remember, I asked you something last week?
Yeah, and I needed the name.
Oh no, she's not competing no more. She just won Romania.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she just won Romania, so she's
Bodybuilding or physique?
figure.
Figure.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's not even doing prop no more. So
Okay.
yeah, so I just talked to her, because I was like, yeah, I see Chris today. I'm going to ask him. But
Yeah,
no,
Got your boy. They
I
got
think
your boy in the presidential suite. I'm doing real good.
you're in the presidential suite.
Yeah.
President of what? Of the
give us a tour, man.
Fight Club?
I got connections here in Prague.
Hey, you're ambassador, so
Okay, what's your favorite spot after hours?
I don't have one here.
See, then you don't have connections.
I know people
But you
that
can, you
know
can talk to
people.
your boy to give you some hints.
I know people that know people.
Okay, well, you need to
And I've
know.
made and I did some of my own research.
Well, okay, then give me a name.
No,
it's called.
not here, my friend. Do
I
not.
saw yesterday on Instagram my favorite Pink Taco
I'll
Tuesdays.
talk to you guys later about that.
Hey, we saw we saw Romania before our guests come on. We can talk about Romania from last week.
Uh-huh.
Exactly as we predicted. And I don't know, wasn't I 100% on?
I don't think we had the Emir as high as third.
What did I
Yes,
say?
we did.
Did
We
you?
said he's not going to slip past third.
What did I say?
No, if
Yeah.
you did,
Yeah,
congratulations. Yeah.
I had Emir, I said Emir and Marcelo, they're going to be fighting for 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's what I said too. But not seeing him
and
really.
But I did
Chris
say
was
that,
good.
I did say, and I don't remember exactly how I said it, but I did say that
Me too.
because when they turn around from the back. I mean, did you see that one comparison, Marcelo and Emir? Yeah, that was like a different.
Okay. Let's put it this way.
But to your defense, Marcelo was leading after prejudging.
Yeah, no. But here, Emir is a kind of guy that gets so ripped, he makes everybody else look soft.
Mhm.
His conditioning, I mean, you can't compare him with Rafa. Rafa was not in this kind of condition, right? I
Even
mean,
though he was in good condition, from what
it
they
was
say.
good, yeah, but there are levels to the point that Giles, who is Mr. Conditioning guy, was Emir is winning. I saw him winning. Giles, I don't know if you
You mean the
watched
show?
actually.
So you mean the guy from England?
Yeah, yeah. He was commentator. He is Mr. Conditioning guy, so he right away, he's winning. It's not just condition, but Emir
The
looked phenomenal. Now, but before I go any further, this is shocking. I sent you the list for a Prague. Okay, Dennis, on Instagram. There is no Emir on the list, and there is no Rafael on the list. Okay.
I saw that because I had the list already prepared
Uh,
here.
throughout the whole year, how many times did I put CBum next to Rafa and compare? classic physique and open, and this is comparison going for more than a year already.
So
Okay.
what's the reason? Why is he not doing it?
So now you guys explain to me. I
They scared
swear
of Bumstead or
that
what?
that if I'm anything close
If
to,
you're looking for the qualification and out.
but listen, I would come back out of my retirement to stand next to Chris Bumstead if I know Chris is competing. I mean, being on the stage with
Why
Chris
didn't you?
Bumstead,
Why didn't you? Why didn't you? What was the
uh,
holdup?
because we didn't know that Chris gave us like 2 week notice.
Well, all you need is 2 days,
I
Milos.
I'd like to show
did
that you
I did
died.
a few more, but no, to make a point. Emir being on a stage taking pictures, being compared next to Chris Bumstead. How monumental would that be for his career and comparisons? I mean, Chris Bumstead is a major superstar. Being next to him on a stage,
Hakeem Williams is not
like
doing it either.
who?
Hakeem.
Akim is
I
doing
know.
it either. Also, I understand.
He's doing
But
the
Rafael Brandao. Okay. I was sure that he's doing it. And then last night when I was sending that list, like, wait a second, they're not here. And that's probably official. So there's no
you think
late seconds.
you think they run it from Chris or what?
He's not on the list, but Andrea Presti is on.
Yeah. And that's, I'm going to tell you. So I'm talking to Mauro, and Andre is there, and he's preparing for Alicante. And then I say, okay, he showed me what he looks like. He's ripped as always, fucking Andre Presti. I said, like, man, how can you possibly miss Prague? So I say, you're going to be on the stage being compared to Chris Bumstead. That one fucking photo is it's priceless for you. It's more important than any Olympia that you've been on
Are
so
you
far.
serious? Are you serious now? What you're saying?
I am serious. Hold on.
Saying you're standing next to Chris in Prague is better than being in any Olympia?
No, hold on a second. You
No,
were
no,
you were
no.
you were saying at
Well,
Olympia when he was competing, he didn't make a cut. He was never considered. He was
doesn't
there.
matter.
Hold on, stage decoration kind of appearance. Here, he's
Doesn't
going to
matter.
be on the
Doesn't matter.
stage in comparison with the Chris Bumstead. I'm going to tell you
How
this.
do you know that he's going to get compared to Chris?
Yeah, he's good enough to be compared.
You're assuming
I am assuming. I have a very good assumption that guy who placed second in every pro show he entered this year, to Samson, to Labrada, to Bruno. I mean, every time he competed, he is that good. He's going to be compared. So anyway, to make long story short, I convinced them, and he's doing it. And I think that's the best thing that he could possibly do. Dennis, okay, here it is for you guys to understand. My Instagram is quite stagnant, right? As far as follower this shit. And then all of a sudden I see like 20,000, bump in one day. Like, what the hell is this? It's a mistake, right? Oh, I posted the Chris Bumstead uh, post. And I mean, this is how it is. Okay. The popularity that this guy has, it's unreal. So if you look good enough next to Chris Bumstead, you made a name already.
okay, but I see what you're saying. But then again, if you stand next to Chris Bumstead, ain't gonna be no eyes on you.
It,
That's the way it
Gotta
is.
be
oh
there.
yeah, oh yeah.
Gotta
So
be there.
Dennis, you know very well when somebody is expected to dominate, and check this guy out. Oh,
He expected, is he
he's giving him
expected,
hell.
he
Now the
expected to
eyes on
dominate?
you.
Is he expected to dominate? What am I missing here now?
Oh, Chris is expected to dominate. Yes, yeah. With Martin, Chris and Martin, uh, first and second right now. It would be surprising if it's anything else. Okay, and now we didn't touch this subject. I'm going to ask you, what is Chris Bumstead? A bodybuilder. Okay, how does Chris Bumstead train all these years, even though he was classic as a bodybuilder? Heavy duty, strong guy, disciplined guy. He's a goddamn bodybuilder. He just molded his physique a little bit structurally into the classic, but he has the width, he has definition, he has everything, right? He needs a little bit more volume. And this is why I'm saying if him and Rafa would be perfect comparison, because pictures okay, we can't judge by the pictures. You have to see them standing.
So you
If
think Rafael's not doing the show because he don't want to lose to Chris Bumstead?
I
I,
th
I have
I
no
feel
other
like
explanation.
I feel like the consensus is like is Chris's show is gonna be so he's gonna have so much favoritism.
So
That's what
what?
people are thinking mentally. We don't we didn't think anything like that, when we were competing, but this I just feel like why would there be like all this hype about okay, these people are gonna do the Prague show, and all of a sudden they dropping out.
Well, he was never registered to do the Prague show. He never
Well,
said he was.
a few
Okay.
people were supposed to do it, right?
Who?
But it's
Who?
supposed to have been like really loaded. Like at first, it was like
Who was supposed to do
Chris,
it that's not doing it now?
Akim,
I think Akim, he was registered for Romania. We
Here's
assumed they're going to do Prague because it's a week after.
and then we thought,
okay.
you know,
Okay, give me a
but it's
scenario.
like it's 7 days later. It's not like it's a hard thing
Yeah,
to do.
give me a scenario. Give me a
It's a
Listen,
scenario.
cakewalk to get here.
we already all agree when it comes to this.
It's a
That
cakewalk to get here.
absolutely, it should be a no-brainer. I don't care if Chris Bumstead is in the lineup or not. I would be on that stage a week later. So I'm not going to go out and say, "Oh, I want to stay next to Chris Bumstead." Come on now, it's not. That's not why I would fucking fly to Prague.
Well, among other things, I would. I mean,
I
I'm
get
not
it.
joking.
I get it. You would, but you said you would come out of retirement. You didn't. But I would go to Prague because it's a fucking week after a show where I'm competing. Why would I not go to Prague?
Because you can make that kind of money next Saturday, doing
Yeah,
something else.
I
Okay.
don't think I would use a single person to because I want to do this show because this person maybe I get a chance to stand next to him. I don't know if that would
And
be the reason for me. But just because it's a week later, it's a no-brainer for me.
okay, Rafael did not have a comparison with Martin at the Olympia.
Mhm.
Here, he will have that comparison.
Yeah.
So how can you avoid that? I mean, that's your chance to
But
be next to the top four in the world, and you are in the best shape of your life. You just won the show. What is rationale with that thinking? It blows my mind. I was in the gym actually yesterday, sending you the list, and then I said, let me just glance. I said, oh, they're not here. And for Emir also, then we mentioned Emir. Emir competes all the time. I don't know how he possibly missed that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
I
does
thought
it
Emir
mean?
was gonna be here.
What does it mean if they do Romania, they skip Prague, and then they're going to do Spain afterwards? What would that
I
mean?
don't know what that means. What does it mean?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I
Can't
mean,
beat the money.
I'm,
as you
I'm
guys
asking Milos because
you
Milos
guys are
might.
saying placings, but okay, Chris, maybe back in the day you were thinking of placings. You just want to win or be the top two or stuff like that. Me going into the shows, I touched that subject class. 1997, I went to 7 shows. I didn't make I made it fifth place twice. So I made it $2,000 in 7 shows. I knew I'm gonna have my ass kicked, but I'm gonna be on the stage with Ronnie and you and fucking Kevin.
For that, my reason to do Prague after Romania wouldn't have been Chris Bumstead
Yeah.
because that's not who and I need to compare myself with. I would go there because it's a week after my show and I get to stand next to a guy who placed fourth at the Olympia this year. That would be my reason to
That
stand
would be,
And you can see,
Fitzwater and possibly beat him if I can.
of course, as a bodybuilder, that's what you're going there.
Yes, because Chris
But
ain't going to be at the Olympia next year. He ain't going to be nowhere near the Olympia.
he
So
might be.
he won't
but
be.
the thing is,
He might be. I have a
you
faith.
never, but if you look at this, I mean, why wouldn't they compete? It's like you never saw him in a side tricep shot.
Ooh.
You never saw Chris hit a side tricep shot.
Let's
I'm
spread.
sure he looks good in every pose. There's
You
not a pose
rarely,
he doesn't look good. I mean, come
no,
on.
but we don't know how that's gonna compare with
Put the
another guy.
popularity aside.
Yeah.
He's still a fucking awesome fucking physique.
He's a bodybuilder,
Hey,
man.
can we break him down? Can we if we
Yeah.
can we find spots? Absolutely. But there'll be fine spots on everybody. There's not a fucking bodybuilder out there right now where we can't say shit. So at the end of the day, let's not think about the popularity. The popularity will help, The popularity will help with selling tickets. The popularity will help to put more eyeballs on the show. Of course, even the damn if they have a pay-per-view, it's going to help. You know.
On that note, okay, let me just rewind because for normal people, they're not competing. I'll tell you how it is. First time I competed, my pro debut, I was next to Tim Belknap and Albert Backless. I was delighted, and I didn't even listen to Wayne Miller, calling my name or anything. I was just telling my friend, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. I'm taking pictures with these two guys so I can send it to
82 when there was no
91. 91. Hey, but then it's okay.
Polaroid.
Yeah, the things, but it was so important that I'm on the stage with Albert Backless and John Brown, my idol, and fucking Tim Belknap, Franco Santoriello, these guys. Like, oh my God, right? But Chris Bumstead is completely different level. Let's face it, he's the most popular bodybuilder alive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, and he's doing his pro debut on open stage. Maybe one shot only. Maybe he's going to compete again, and then you have a chance. You are in contest shape. You just won the show. Prague is there. Collect money. Compare with the top four at Olympia,
He
and
would
you
probably compare.
pass.
He would probably compare the best with Chris.
Who?
I don't listen. I don't understand it either. So, but I'm trying to find. Tell me what do you think? What's the reason? Did he qualify and said that's all I need, or does he not want to get beat? What are you thinking, Milos?
I think it's more like people don't like to get beat these days. I think so. Like, there's no other explanation.
Fucking bodybuilding, man. You get beat.
Yeah, but I feel like I think people think it's some type of ratio of wins to losses when no one really cares like that. They'll count your wins, but shit. I mean, how
Yeah,
many
we
shows
we
do you
can we
not?
can we can stick we can talk about the same subject like we do every single time for another hour. That's not going to
Yeah,
get us
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah.
These
But
guys are just not the same. It would have been a no-brainer for us. It would have been a no-brainer for a lot of people. And it's just different today. I don't know why. Maybe they make too much money and they don't fucking care. I don't know what it is. I don't have an explanation. I was expecting when I saw Horse MD, I was expecting to see Rafael because they both train together. They're friends. They're traveling together. So why not compete?
I was convinced. But let's go to Romania because we didn't discuss it. Okay. So Rafael won, and I think he won deservingly. For me, I was talking a little bit with Chris Aceto because he's Akim's coach, and I said, "What do you think? What do you think?" I said, like, "Listen, it's still hashtag bodybuilding, all together. Uh, Rafael had a way too much. Yes, Akim is Akim. Front double, I think Akim is beating him. Okay. Side shots, Akim is beating him. Possibly even most muscular, right? So that's like four. It's like, yeah, 4 out of 8. But the whole impression, just standing there, moving, opening up. I mean, Rafael has type of physique we would like a sport to promote. You, Chris, I'm sure, Dennis, you appreciate hashtag bodybuilding type of physique, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Akim was good, but I tell you this, it didn't look so overwhelmingly dominant, massive, more massive than anybody else, right? I don't know. It's just impression, but for me, by the way, I watched both prejudging and the finals. I don't know if you guys watched. I watched the whole thing. There was a moment he was standing next to Christian Wolski, the Mauros guy, and I'm sure you've seen on Instagram, he posted. I mean, like, that was like eye opener, like, holy shit, I was expecting Akim to just blow him away in the size department, but he didn't. And
And
then,
yeah,
go ahead.
I think some of the poses was not hit to the best of his ability, and that probably would have made a bigger difference if the poses were adjusted a little bit more.
Who? Akim. Okay, yeah. Yeah, which poses? Yeah.
Front double, for instance, it was two elbows too low. Last spread looked like his shoulders was sinking down. Chest was prominent, but shoulders was sinking down for some reason. Like it wasn't like standing up and like Lee
Like,
Haney style.
yeah,
And
like Rafael. Yeah.
no having to the back. Yeah, exactly. No one's having to the back. Although he was tight from the back, it just, there's not a whole lot of meat jumping off of his body. So I mean, you got a good strong ab and thigh, and most
Okay,
muscular.
speaking of that, the ab and thigh, he has abs, he has thighs. He has a better abs in the frontal biceps than in the ab shot. I noticed that. Okay. And then he would try to lock it to show the feathers, but then he didn't lock it completely and feathers didn't really come up. But then the separation was lost. So I think that his legs are more dominant when he opens them up. I know the feathers, if you just stomp at the end, okay. But if you think you did, but then you have no separation and abs are not showing, he actually lost that ab shot to Akim could be. You know,
Yeah, maybe his poses, was the reason. Maybe he didn't pose enough. Maybe he didn't get enough work in with the poses.
mm,
We
yeah,
don't know. Can speculate.
yeah.
Hey, Dennis, I got that shirt, by the way.
Sure.
I got it in the teal, that shirt. It come with shorts, right?
Oh, you mean the shirt I'm wearing? Yeah, yeah. I got like 20 outfits.
I got that. I got that.
Yeah, I got 20
Mine
outfits.
in teal. Yeah.
What do you mean
Yeah.
outfits?
The shirt you got on, I got that same shirt.
They come in where?
Teal, like a teal, like a, I don't know, pastel green
What
looking.
was that? Walnut
That's the
special?
color you think.
The color, teal.
Yeah, you got that off of Amazon?
Yeah.
I got at least 20 of them.
Yeah.
This one
All
was
the colors.
perfect for summer.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I mean, Emir was exactly what you expected. Can Emir grow some legs to match his
Yeah.
upper body?
If he does, he can be dangerous. Yeah.
You still
No,
don't.
I'm asking you specific the question, Milos, because
Hmm?
remember you mentioned that something that Derek didn't get in the last couple of years is you think that he might not never get it. Could that be the same with Emir? We talked about it before, but now look at it again. Did he make improvements?
I don't think so in the size department of the quads. I don't think so. So I agree with you. And you mentioned last time that some people have a stubborn body parts and they maybe train them hard and they're just not growing, right? But then last time I told you, and I'm going to repeat now, legs, especially quads, is actually that one of the muscles that you can force to grow if you force them into position and into the exercise, into pushing from a ball of the foot and maybe the quad and shut off everything else. I mean, that's why.
In other words, any bodybuilder out there that his legs are undersized, that means he doesn't train right.
Yeah, that's what I believe so.
Mm.
Because it's a large quadriceps, foreheads. There's a large muscle, large real estate, as Chris would say, right? So if you put the stimulation, and Emir knows, Chris offer him, I offer him. He comes over, train few leg workouts with me, with Chris. I'm sure he's gonna grow.
But he didn't. He
So if he
said he
grows, hey,
Nice. He's still
so,
young.
so let's say he comes to you for a month, he comes to Chris for a month. Now he comes back with much improved legs. Who's going to claim the fucking victory here?
I don't care. I don't need to claim anything. Yeah.
You know what, Dennis?
Claim
Dennis,
anything.
one thing about me, I was thinking about this last night, is like you'll hear a lot of people who help people or people, I don't
Yeah.
know what people consider me as or whatever. I've helped a lot of people in my day.
Yeah, you
Some,
don't, but you don't take the credit though. You don't take the credit. That's what
some, yeah, some are legendary people, but it don't matter.
Yeah.
It's just a big
Why
journey.
is it though? Why is it that some competitors that come to you for help, you help them and most likely don't even charge them. And then when they make the improvements and they get better, then they don't never talk about it.
Never talk about it. I
Is
know.
that because they want people to think that
They're
I
so
did that
smart.
myself and I'm smart enough. So now I'm offering coaching and
Right.
I can
Yeah,
coach other
exactly.
people.
I was thinking about that too. Is like a lot of people, help them. They want to do a show, then end up not even doing a show, but then they improve their coaching that
You know how
coaching.
to fix that problem, though? This is to both of you. You know how to fix that problem?
What? Oh,
Charge them every fucking time.
charging every time.
Charge. Then they can say what they want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If I buy something from somewhere, I don't have to give them no props. I had to pay for it.
Right.
Hey,
And
we have
also,
this,
also,
we have that
also,
example on our old school podcast here with the Patrick looking at me and said, "You never coached me."
Uh, I don't.
hey,
I don't.
also, Dennis, also people, counting how many people they turn pro, people counting how many, uh, whatever.
There
That's
is,
Yeah, but why
uh,
would a coach? Why would a coach for turning someone pro? I don't get it. Like without you, he would never turn pro. Is that what he
I
said?
know, right?
So
man,
he is
it
not
is,
that genetically gifted that
I know.
you. There's no chance you would ever turn
No
pro.
chance. If you don't have the genetics, like make another one just like that. I guarantee you cannot.
It's
yeah.
funny.
But
Who's
but but I
procreating?
but
Who's pro?
one thing I will count is how many wins I had, how many I'll count how many times I was second. I know how many times I was top three. I know how many times I was top five.
You know what I would want coaches to do? Is
But
point out the people that look like garbage on stage they worked with. Why they never talk about the people? Why they never talk about the ones that plays fucking dead last?
how many times you fail?
You never hear that shit.
How many times you are off?
Always hear, oh, he this one got third, got top five, he won. And what
He
about the
failed by
other
this
three you
time.
work with that didn't even fucking they didn't even get a call out? You know? So then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, he's bad genetics. I can't help him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you can only help the ones with great genetics.
Great
No shit.
genetics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, uh, one of my ex-clients contacted Dennis to coach him. And Dennis asked for photos and all that
Wait
stuff.
a minute, what?
Yeah, I don't want to mention the name, but you called me and you told me that one of my ex-clients contacted you to for you to coach him, and then you've seen his pictures and video. I said, go back to Milos. Oh, shit.
There's another thing. There's another thing. When somebody asks you to help him, and they tell you, yeah, I used to work with him and with him, or I used to work with him.
Yeah,
Don't you think it's the right thing to do to contact the
Yeah,
person
of course.
to say,
that's the
listen,
right thing to do.
one of your athletes contacted me. Are you guys good? Are you guys have any issues? And you owe you money, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, would be a
Right
that's
now, but right now, I can't even remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna come to me
no
later.
I usually say
no
too much. Anyway, but that was funny.
no trainers etiquette. It's not a bitch assness going on in the in the industry like that.
Yeah.
Another thing is they
Unfortunately.
mind like I would let all my athletes train with anybody. Okay, go to Phoenix, train with Dennis a couple of days. He's going to put you through hell. Go to I'm all for it. It's like, oh, my training. Yeah, no.
Only my I know only my training only. I
Yeah,
mean, if it's a reputable person, if it's a person that might hurt one of the guys that I'm working with, I don't want that. But if it's a guy that I feel is good enough to where he's not going to be a maniac and try to just egotistical, put somebody through some shit, and but if it's going to be somebody to be some good work, then good work is good work, whether it's posing or training or what.
Yeah. Well, listen, you guys are there to help. I know you guys help people, and I know that 80% of them probably don't even pay, just taking advantage. And when you take advantage, you should at least acknowledge. That's how I feel. If
It
you take
don't take
advantage
nothing
of
to do
something,
that.
at least acknowledge So maybe some other good stuff come towards the coach's way. Unfortunately, that's just the way we live right now, and the people. I don't know. It's just the way it is. So who is Nick Walker working with now? I heard the name. I didn't know who it was.
I don't know either.
Guy that works with a lot of the younger generation and influencers and stuff. I don't know his name though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see. I think he should have just maybe done it by himself one time to see where he's at.
Oh, you could do full on Olympias your own. You know how you feel and how you look
Yeah, I mean,
for the most part?
how many years you need to know to remember if you don't write shit down, of course, it's going to be hard. But if you write shit down,
Have a good idea. You've done it 100,000 times.
yeah. But listen, some people turn into babies, and I was one of them. I mean, I'm not going to sit here saying I didn't need nobody because there's a time where you could be happily to ask
Well, I mean,
someone.
once you learn, oh, I did like this, I did like that, you know how you
But
feel,
you
you
also
know.
know, Chris. But you also know, Chris, it's easier to help someone else than to help yourself sometimes.
I just think, once your mind starts getting tired at the end, towards the last week and a half, that's when you
I
want
got to
to
say this though.
you're gonna
When I did it myself, especially in my amateur time,
Yeah.
I always was fucking shredded.
yeah.
But
But
maybe there
you
was the youth
also
too. Maybe because I was young, huh?
you were young and you could get away with anything, you know.
Yeah. Because I didn't really know what to do, but I got shredded.
Now,
Yeah, no,
now, okay.
work hard.
Even let's face it, okay, we are old people and completely out of shape in our terms, right? But for amount of work that they're putting and diet that we're eating, we don't look as bad as we thought. We used to think that we were gonna look, right? Then I was, oh, if I miss workout or week I'm gonna look horrible. On that note, I was just thinking about this. I watched a little bit um, Chris Bumstead's interview. He has a gym, right? State of the art gym. He's the most popular bodybuilder. He loves bodybuilding. He trains like a fucking maniac. Okay. Now he proved himself at the classic, set the standard. There's nothing there. But he obviously has that itch and urge to be on a pro stage. I think he's gonna give Martin hell. I don't know if he's going to beat Martin, but realistically, Steve Weinberger is a judge, and I still think the biggest difference from classic and open is 3D and 2D.
Thickness, yeah, the thickness.
Yeah. And if Chris goes for fullness, which he kind of said, like he always wanted to, maybe he sacrificed the conditioning a little bit to get that.
He can. He can.
He
He can
can, yeah.
jump a little bit because he was so conditioned that if he
Yes.
comes 10% less, it's still going to be on like one of the
Yeah.
most hardest guys on stage. Yeah.
So some guys are like this, okay? And Chris, I'm gonna mention you. I'm gonna mention myself too. I didn't need to be peeled, crazy dry, anything else because we had tie-ins and separation. You know,
Yeah.
you can appear, especially in the certain lights, looking more ripped. And some people, can get away with. Chris being slice and dice, side chest, fucking shit is happening all over the place, right? He
Uh-huh.
can do that. I see him.
So so do you see it as a two-man show?
They might make more, but it's gonna last two men standing. I expect to be that
So you don't
Martin,
think
and
you
that's
don't
gonna
Sean,
be
think
the last call out.
you don't
Sean
think
Clarita just got here.
hold on. You don't think that a guy like Shaun Clarida has something to say?
He does.
Even though
Yeah.
he's shorter than both of them. But can you imagine if he nails it and he comes in fuller than he was at the Olympia?
He's
Okay,
definitely
okay,
fuller.
okay. Give me on which points can Sean beat uh, Martin? Of course, it's not even a question. I don't
Oh,
think he can. And
Maybe
Chris.
back double.
it's listen. The only chance that Sean has to beat both of these guys is if they come in off.
Yeah.
But the chances, like this, that's a good chance that this happens, especially when you think you got to be fuller. You know how quick you go from fuller to too full.
Yeah,
Especially, oh
I
yeah.
don't think this. Chris Bumstead has never been out of shape on his stage in his
But
life.
it's different. It's a little different. I'm not saying it's going to be out of shape, but I'm saying it can happen. It happened to all of us.
Especially when you're doing that reverse diet type of style that he did from Olympia, coming to this one, trying to be, full. I think I heard he's still in the upper 40s,
Yeah, yeah.
so he's not
Ooh,
that far
ooh.
off, Chris Bumstead.
248, and he
Yeah,
was,
He's
I don't
248
know.
right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
So he's
and
gonna be
that's
two. He's gonna be 240 on stage. He's gonna be the same weight.
close to the same weight.
He's gonna be the same weight,
uh,
Milos.
uh, I knew you were going to say that.
But
Right?
it's not going to be the
What about
pounds.
the, okay? Hold
I
on,
think
Chris.
the
Hold on, Chris.
illusion is the
One
illusion is
second,
going to
Chris.
be better.
Chris, 1 second. What am I supposed to say, Milos? Oh, if he's 248 now, he's gonna be 270.
You should, hey, you should be ambassador of Prague and pump it
I
up and say
think,
it's going to be 250.
listen, I tell you what I really believe. I believe a Chris looking like he did at the Olympia, maybe a little fuller, more filled out, just a little bit. He could be the same weight, but he could still be fuller. I think that one will be more dangerous to Martin than if he would come bigger and not in condition.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
has to play to his strengths, but where do we tear him apart? He needs fuller legs, fuller chest, right? I mean, arms you can make much fuller. It is what it is, right? He has a short biceps. It's visible in some poses, but nobody really mark him down for that structure. When he does front double biceps, you look everywhere else except biceps. You know,
I think he's going to be a little bit fuller, but still just as tight. And I think it's going to be a better look than he did at the Olympia.
lots of
But
high chest.
will there be
That's
enough to beat a guy like Martin Fitzwater, who's going to
Maybe
be
because because
80.
you can't say that his legs are going to be that smaller
and
because
Shaun and let's put Andrea Presti in there because Andrea Presti is a big boy.
And listen, Marcelo is coming for this show, and he needs to be
Yeah,
better.
what does
Marcelo would,
what does
but
MD need to
Marcelo,
do?
Huh?
he
What
needs to grow
about
back. Marcelo needs to grow back. As much
Yeah,
as I like his physique from the front and from the side, I like him. When he turns around, he's losing.
I don't know, Chris, if you ever had a chance to train Marcelo, yeah, and make him use the lats because you can see even when he's hitting the pose, the way how he gets in it, it's all teres minor, teres minor, rhomboids, everything. It's never it.
I see that the tears major, minors and major is it's like indented or something. It's not like popping.
Yeah, but you know how
You got the
when you
trapezius
when
in
you
the
pull the
middle.
lat, when you pull the lat on that quarter turn, when he pulls the lat goes all over the place. Beautiful. Okay, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do in every exercise. Pull that lat.
Question for both of you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this because I'm old and grumpy and mad. I'm asking I'm asking this question because
And mad.
I'm I'm asking this question because we see it so many times now that people have missing fucking body parts. Go back into the 90s. Do you remember a person with no back? See, I'll
Okay.
wait.
Okay. Wait.
Only a
Luis
couple.
Freitas, there was a Brazilian guy that had a crazy legs.
But
He was an
yeah,
Olympian. Yeah,
yeah.
but he had like
He
similar.
worked the
Okay.
front desk at
But
Gold's Gym.
other than that guy, I'm talking about the top guys, the top 10 at any Olympia.
I
They
I
all,
mean, Gary Stridham didn't have a great back.
he
Well,
didn't have a great
genetically,
back. He didn't have a great back,
genetically,
but he
or
had a better
Paul,
back than
genetically.
Okay,
myself.
so I don't know where you're heading, Dennis. So question
No,
is, if you remember,
huh?
if you remember what?
I didn't say do you remember.
You said,
What I'm saying is if you look at these guys, they all were better developed. Not as big, but there weren't so many lacking body parts back then. I can't remember a lot of them now. I mean, we all say Paul Gillette, when he hit the front a back double biceps, his back disappeared. When he stand there relaxed, he had the fucking widest lets in the fucking lineup. So he had a back. So I contribute this to him not being able to connect when he poses. I had similar issues, so I can get that. But when you see someone that and I'm not even counting Akim right now because Akim, I think, has some issue, some nerve damage or some kind of damage that may atrophy his body from the bottom to the top. But there's not that many missing body parts. These guys were 30, 40 pounds lighter and better developed than most of these guys today. Am I making this up now? Or am I
Well,
just
I mean, but
Imbalances. It's a lot of imbalances, and I see what
I
you're
just
saying.
looked at it. Huh?
It's big time imbalances in a lot of physiques. Especially, some people have, big legs, not much feathering, not much cuts, but big legs.
When I look back some of these old Olympias, I mean, like early 90s, mid 90s, late 80s, when these guys turn around, they all had fucking super developed back. Not always the biggest one,
A
but
lot
they
of
all, you see everything. Today, you don't,
development.
not all of them. You see it on a couple of guys, but I kind of miss that. And you don't, people listen, the guy listeners now don't, yes, I'm old, I'm sometimes grumpy, but right now I'm not even
Get
mad.
you in the comments.
If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go look back at some of these old Olympians and look at these guys turn around. Doesn't matter who it is, let them turn around, hit a back double biceps, and see what you see when they start hitting these shots. So now, Chris, you tell me, did this guy just know how to pose? And some of the guys today don't?
Got to be the part of the preparation. Uh, Posing can be some of it, but it's got to be uh, okay. Could this be some type of issue? Is when a lot of these guys look on Instagram and they look and want to emulate their favorite bodybuilder, what workout they're doing. They're doing, this thing or
They
whatever.
go by off to see what they see in the video, thinking that that's what they
Yeah,
do every.
thinking that's all you got to do, and that's
But
all they
I understand that
doing.
too, because we all did that. I
Okay,
kind of
but
understand.
yeah,
If you see your idol that has a great back and you see him doing certain back exercises, you would want to do the same because you think, oh, I'm doing the same shit. I'm going to look the same. you know?
yeah, and then you know, I think when you make say like you hitting up your shoulders a lot. Maybe they're overdeveloped looking because they're so swollen. And then you
Mm.
got the middle of the traps the same. And then it goes into a blank neck area. And then the development is not there
Yeah.
in a lot of the backs. Or underdeveloped looking as opposed to your trapezius and going down to the lats. Some of the lats are not fully developed on the bottom.
I think it has something to do with posing, paying attention to posing and posing more. I was a victim of the same. I had a super hard time. I never was able to do it to connect with my back and the back double biceps. And I today sit here and can honestly say I didn't put the time in to practice this pose. I should have just stood there and just fucking hit the back double biceps. Don't care what it looks like, and just stay in the pose and try to squeeze everything I got in there until you start feeling it. That's the only thing. And people do not pay attention to posing. And I think back in the days, people post way more than this guy's post today because we were, and I'm putting myself in there too. I probably post more than most of these guys because we knew we had to get ready for up to 7, 8 fucking comparisons.
I see a lot of guys don't even hold a pose long enough,
yeah.
or they come from here
Exactly.
to this, like this, and they all go, and then they turn around, and
Yeah.
then it's just,
But here comes the question that I forgot every week. What happened to El Matador, man? He pulled out number 5 this year.
To who?
Fucking RUBIEL. Wasn't he supposed to do prop? He pulled out the 5th show in 2024. Chris, do you have inside
I
information?
can't, I don't have any information. I know he was helping, he was going, I know
What
that
did
they
he
were
do?
going to be in
Okay,
Spain.
where are we with this guy, though? Come on.
He's in Spain. He's in Spain. Uh,
Well,
I think what I honestly think is might have gotten a little burnt out
but
on.
not for what? From too much competing?
Uh, when he was in Kuwait, I think I did a number on him. The heat,
Chris,
not used to that.
he's burned out
I
from
don't.
what?
I'm just guesstimating.
Yo, did you hear what Chris has said?
Why are you
Hey,
clowning, man?
He's
hey,
burned out. He might be burned out from trying.
he needs some time to grow. Give him some time.
But I honestly think I know he did look better than what he showed. He looked better
Listen,
than what he
I
showed.
saw every video he posted. I saw he wasn't in shape to go any to do any show. I don't think he was planning to do that show.
This one here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the way he looked the last couple of months or the last
Oh yeah,
year,
not the last
he
couple of
looked
months.
like this
But
every year before. He
but
always
but
looks.
but, but then it's leaving Dubai, going to Italy. That was the time. That was the
I
time.
understand that. Okay, we passed that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know,
Chris,
but that was the time. It
tell
could
me,
have worked.
what is this going to do to someone's? How can I believe anything he says in the future? If he's going to tell me now, oh, he's going to do New York, or he's going to do the Arnold. Come on, he said that this year. You said you pulled out of 5 fucking shows. He didn't even compete in one of them. No, he did one. He did the Dubai.
And let me tell you, Dennis, you didn't see him there in general consensus like how he did bad. He was scary. This is that once in
I
a
know.
lifetime, oh
I
my
know.
God, kind of physique. Jesus Christ,
I
right?
know he's scary. I saw him in real life. I looked at him.
If
But
he
that's not the point. We already know he's the biggest guy out there. But mentally, I don't think he's anywhere near where he needs to be in order to be a competitive IFBB Pro League Pro.
And that's
Elite
what
is a different
that's
ball game.
and
If you
that's a
go down to
big
Federation, that's a different ball. He can go on stage and look at just like he is right now. But that
oh
doesn't count.
any chance he's doing Alicante, the last show of the year?
There's
He's
no way he's doing anything
no?
this year.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's I wouldn't say that he's even I don't know. Not I don't think he's really on. Like he wasn't okay. Also, if you don't put the same tension on some of those body parts, they're
But
gonna not
what's the reason for him pulling out of these shows? Is it not because he's not in shape?
feel like the body wasn't I don't know, maybe he wasn't feeling like it's good enough shape to do it.
Or maybe he should do the things he's supposed to do in order to get in shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying he was like on 150 grams of carbs forever, right?
But I think when they started getting closer to that show, all I know, dog, is by 1 o'clock that day, I was very confident that he was gonna be just like that on the stage, and he
I'm talking
had
about the
gained
Dubai show,
water.
the Dubai.
Yeah. At
That's
but
when.
after 1 o'clock, everything was going the other way.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
we was backstage for I don't know what
That's when
time
he.
it
That's when
started.
he mixed up. That's when he mixed up the fucking club and the fucking stage.
The water, the bread from the burgers, and I mean it's like there's nowhere to really go but spill over
Hey,
that side.
that's when Chris confused the pills and gave him a multi-minerals.
Oh no, 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 no. Hey, but I did find some quinine.
Well, that was sure not
I
quinine.
mean,
He was
No, I
thinking.
found some quinine now. Just
what do you
found
need?
some. I'm gonna get it soon. I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
Give it to him for what? He's not competing. He don't need it.
When he go to compete, that's what he needs. I'm telling you, because he cramps the fuck up, and I know that was a big reason why he
Usually
started
cramp.
all
I
that water.
usually cramp when I'm really in shape and fucking dry and shit. But if he cramps already, what is he
Oh,
going to
that'll
do?
stop.
I'm
That'll
still
stop
shape.
his pimping.
Hmm.
Hey,
That'll
did you
stop his
guys ever
pimping.
get
Yeah,
the cramp in the chest?
but kidding aside, huh?
Did you ever get the cramp in the chest?
I never.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you
Oh,
get
I had
it,
a, I
I
mean,
mean, your arm is like stick like this, like oh shit, you can't
when I get the
perfect
weird
to
cramps.
stretch it.
I used to get the
Holy fuck!
weirdest cramps in the weirdest places when I start clenbuterol. The first couple of days, I would
Oh
Every
get
yeah.
cramps
No.
in places I don't even know it's possible.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
The,
okay, so
the worst thing is if you get the hamstring and quads cramp at the same time. You did?
no, not at the same time. I got the hamstring first, and by trying to straighten it out,
Yeah,
hold
yeah, that's me. And I was, and the plane was taking off, and I got this, and I had to stand up and sit down, like a shit.
I call you at one time, Milos? Didn't I call you to the room when I was cramping on
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
on the
Yes,
floor?
yeah,
Bro, I thought I was done. I was done. Yeah, I know cramps.
yeah.
But
Did-
Chris, do you believe we will see Rubiel next year on stage?
yes,
He said
I
it. He
know.
said
I
it
know
like
what
he
you're saying. I'm positive he'll be on stage.
we're positive it's going to be on stage this year.
I'm for sure he's gonna be. I don't know where to go, but up from here,
Quite
right?
sure.
I think if he does it again, then again, we giving him a hard time. I don't even know why because he just turned pro last year.
I'm not. You are.
And he
He,
hasn't done that much, but he hasn't done that many
no, it's
shows
not
to
only me.
really.
It's the whole fan base. Everybody's giving him a hard time.
Yeah, but they're
But when
making him feel
he
like
just
he.
turned pro in 2000, what 23,
Yeah,
and if he said I'm going to take a year off, just to get used to it, nobody would have had a problem. But telling people I'm going to do this show, committing to shows, thinking promoters thinking they can promote him because he's doing, and then he's pulling out. Literally before. That's not what you do.
the one in Italy. He was just about to get the Airbnb because I know I put on the call about it. So up until that time, then that was the end of it.
So he was
Then,
in until what, the day before, 2 days before?
no, not day before, but that week, that just before that
Okay,
week
so
of,
why didn't you just go to England the following week?
that was supposed to have been another show, and then didn't happen. I don't know, man.
It's like
I
Chris
hey,
is.
but listen. To be
Can you see
fair,
the frustration in Chris Milos? Can you see the
listen.
frustration?
Hey, listen. No, I'm gonna tell you something. To be fair, I know in his country there was no one there that can mentally get him ready for what he was about to do here. And I know for a fact, you know, still was using Nair and still was using, doing unconventional things uh towards this is what he thinks he's supposed to do, never really putting on protan. I know the knowledge just wasn't there and he's learning what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. I was around the best of the best, Robbie Robinson, Gary Stridham, uh, all these people, Shaun Ray, at a very young age. So I was being prepared as a professional when I was an amateur competing, and I knew how to be a professional already. And a lot of people don't have that to at their disposal.
Right.
It's got to be something also. It's got to be something said.
Yeah.
I could outpose a professional when I was a teenager. I know I could.
I hope he gets his mind right because if he gets in super peel condition, which I think he can, because he's got that clean look,
Mhm.
then it's gonna be something spectacular to see, and I really believe that. But
Yeah.
we all know the mind plays a major, major role in your career, and if you don't have what it takes
It's
mentally,
80,
I don't care
80%
what you look like.
is 80%.
Yeah, I don't care what you look like. You can go through some shit sometimes, and his track
Everyone,
record right now is not really great. So,
everyone
but I
talks
don't give
about
him.
that wall you hit when you hit cardio 25 minutes in, you hit that fucking insulin, fucking blood sugar feeling, and that whole hard to hang on. It was hit me every time I'm doing cardio. I'm like, okay, 25 minutes hit. Oh, here it comes. And then it's up
Really,
to you how far you're gonna push through that.
But you were getting hypoglycemic when you did the cardio?
Yeah.
I never had that. Did you?
No,
Me
No.
neither. Oh.
I
25
had
minutes in.
I had it sometimes when I was just doing nothing. I
Breon
would,
was having it all the
I would
time.
get my tongue start getting numb. You start sweating for no reason.
Yeah. Like you're growing hair on your tongue.
You start getting a little
Doesn't it
shaky.
feel like that? Like you're starting to grow hair on your tongue or some shit. You're like, the hell?
Yeah. No, it's a shitty feeling, I know, but it's easy to
I,
fix.
so some coaches were giving a little insulin on empty stomach before the cardio. It's like
What?
idiot. Yeah, yeah,
Who
yeah.
do
Uh,
that? Or to try to get you into more of a deficit?
no, but they
Because they're
confuse
gonna
things
kill you.
of yeah. Oh, yeah, you
Fucking-
could deplete the glycogen faster or something. Insulin is not going to break down your glycogen, right? It's going to affect your blood glucose level that you have at the moment when you wake up. And if your resting blood glucose is 72,
Already low. You're already
right?
low.
It's already low, you're going to go hypo guarantee. But
But the thing is,
that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And then I heard a bunch of people, oh, I like that feeling.
oh
Uh, you like
God.
that brain dead feeling of panic?
Yeah,
They
that's
get
why people
rid
be
of
But,
you?
dying. That's why people be dying soon.
but
Yeah.
what
Lack
about
of
this?
feeling.
What about this, Milos? How many people like I talked to different people, even females, like being on roids like year round and shit. Like, what the hell are you thinking? Like you fucking not even 25 years old and you fucking going that hard in the paint? Like that's so just like man, what coaches out there is thinking that's a good idea? And there's so many of them like that. And not only for, for the females, and I feel like I don't know, some people gotta like like what about the mental state of some of the females that's going through this type of testosterone or that type of long male hormonal, like what do you think's gonna happen? Make you like a good coach?
I'm not saying anything. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if we talking, why you get quiet?
Dennis, we have a guest, right?
Yeah, yeah. Martin Fitzwater was supposed to be here, but I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe because he's in Austria. Maybe he's confused with the
Is
time
he in
now.
Austria?
Who? He's in
He's in
Austria.
Austria.
That's what he told me yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that picture on Instagram somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he's in
the hell?
Austria.
Doing an
Hey, it
appearance
would
or
be great to have him. Yeah.
He's
Uh,
probably over there because he's going to Prague. Austria and Czech Republic, they're right next to each other.
yeah, maybe he's in a hotel room right next to you.
No, no,
Call
no.
him on that. Ask for
Are you,
Mark.
huh? Why are you there so early though, Chris?
because I didn't want to come there after the podcast and then I'm flying in on Wednesday and I'm getting there on Thursday and then all jet lag and shit. So I have to come on Monday. All right, I
Oh,
left Sunday night. There I could have went Monday.
you left Sunday, so you left Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night, but I could have they wanted me to leave on Monday. I could have left by to San Diego, but then it
I
would have
thought,
been like, hey,
I thought,
you'll
hmm,
land 9 o'clock. I was like, no, I can't take that chance. Like
I
that's
thought they
crazy.
brought you in, I thought they brought you in early to do some ambassador work.
Well, I'm gonna have some meetings and stuff, but now that homeboy came in,
Who?
uh, Chris is here today, so they were busy with him.
Who?
Chris
Homeboy.
Bumstead.
Chris,
Chris is
Chris.
already here.
How is
He
he
got here.
homeboy?
He got here today, homeboy.
That's a saying. That's a saying.
Oh boy, you know what I'm talking about when I say homeboy
Yeah,
and homegirl.
Shit.
You
okay.
already know.
So are you training while you're there, or are you just chilling?
I'm gonna train after this. Actually, I'm already
Okay.
dressed ready to go.
All right, all right. Are you training yourself or are you training somebody else?
Myself today.
So is Rubio going to be
It's
there?
8 p.m. there, right?
Yeah.
So is he really guest posing?
I don't think so, but I know he's gonna be here. He'll be at
I
the.
thought somewhere I saw that he was supposed to be the guest poser.
I brought my Uggs and everything. Look, I'm ready for whatever.
You know what UGG stand for, right?
No.
Ugly. Oh, you heard that shit. I can't believe it.
You have Martin's number, right?
It's not that
Yeah,
cold.
I got his number. You
Yeah,
call
call
him?
Who?
him.
Who?
Maybe he's
Someone-
confused about the time.
No, no, no. He knows. He knows, and I know he has to do something. He said he'll come in as soon as he's done. So I'm not going to
Okay.
force. He's a
Okay.
couple of days out from the show. I'm not going to get on him like this. We have a podcast
Yeah.
regardless,
Yeah. I mean,
you
that's
know.
amazing that he's even responding 5 days.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't work
He's,
out, it's not.
he's a super cool guy.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. But we should
I
call
got a
second.
battle on his hands.
There he is. Is he here? Let me see.
Who?
When it's
Chris,
oh, you
don't message him. Don't even message.
Okay.
I did. Sorry.
I just said we don't have to. Don't do it. Don't
Right.
stress. If he's got something to do, he's got something to do. I mean, I get it. He's competing on was it Saturday or Sunday?
Both.
Sunday.
Both.
They got
Amateur
preview on
Yeah.
Saturday.
And so,
Amateur Saturday.
no, but prejudging is Saturday, no?
Because I got to be out here in 30 minutes anyways. You know what I'm saying? So if he can't make it, I have a
I'm
very important
99%
appointment.
sure.
Huh?
It's 2 day show.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
never been a
amateurs first.
huh?
Amateurs is first, and then
Yeah. It's never been a 2 day show, Milos. It's amateurs on Friday or Saturday, and then the pros.
yeah.
It's the way it's supposed to be. Somebody told me it's like two, like prejudging on Saturday, and then I said,
I mean, maybe they changed it for this year because every other year, and the year I emceed the show was Saturday was in the morning was prejudging, and then finals in the evening.
yeah, ambassador, find out because it's a
I,
major thing.
I think it's just Sunday for the pros. Yeah,
Yeah.
amateur Saturday.
Okay, if you
Check
think,
in on Friday
Is it still a 3 day event with the expo or just two?
too.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens, man. It's going to be exciting. I mean, definitely. I don't know. They definitely have no chairs left. I guarantee you that.
Nope. People are clamoring trying to get seats, talking about they'll just stand up and shit.
They should. They should give them fucking tickets and sell them standing room only. Why? What's wrong with that?
Stand wherever you can stand, huh?
There you go. On top of each other, if you have to. Who cares? Here, get that ticket. There. 120,
Go ahead.
$120. Get in.
Yeah.
You know, shit. Let these people see him.
Yeah.
I know somebody who's flying from Germany just to see him compete. Doesn't even have a ticket.
People coming from Mexico, people coming from
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. They don't even have tickets. They're gonna be more people outside than inside.
Don't even have
That's
a
the way it is. It's good to see that this is happening. I wish this would happen for everybody. That would be nice.
I
But
like
listen, I say it now. I think what are you in 24? I think before 2030, the prize money going to be at the $1 million and over.
oh for sure. Before then. Before
yeah,
then. Oh yeah, be before
it
then.
should be, man.
How long did it take from the Olympia? When was it when when he changed it from 300 to 400,000 on stage? There was that 10 years ago, 12 years ago?
I was on the stage. They announced it on the stage,
Yeah,
just
on
like
stage.
this
David
time.
Pecco was on stage with the check of 300,000. He said, "No, I took the microphone. You know what? We're gonna change it. Scratch the three and put the 100 at 400,000." Phil
Oh,
didn't know until he got the check that he got 400 instead of 300.
I
That's how
wasn't
it
there.
happened. It's the
Yeah,
same way I thought it was going to happen this year, and damn, I was right. Well
It's
said.
gonna be it'll be I think it'll be
yeah.
it's not my
It's
money,
just
so
some
it's hard to
inside
say.
info.
They're not going to do this every year, man. Come on.
I
It's
think
going
it's
to take
gonna be
some time.
some I think it's gonna be some
The only way this can happen earlier is if Arnold comes out in March and
what
says
about
800.
Dubai? What about the
Dubai
Dubai?
is not, Dubai is never going to go that way, that far.
You sure?
I'm not sure, but I don't think
They're
I
so.
making
think
it 500,000 this time.
I think
Hey,
so.
now you're talking about
But
Mexico.
wait a minute. There's a difference between 500,000 total or 500 for.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm talking winner, not
I
the
think it's the
total.
winner.
I know.
I think it's the
Where?
winner. Dubai.
Oh, Chris, come on. You're
I
the
think
ambassador
so.
in Prague. You're the ambassador in Dubai, and you don't
I'm
even
not
want
the ambassador in Dubai. I'm
no,
I just want these guys to make as much money as possible because I think
absolutely.
I think
But
it's a hard sport.
I highly doubt
It's a
that he
hard sport.
500,000 for the winner. I don't believe it. It's
What
total,
if
which is great fucking money. What was it last year?
well, it was 60 for Breon.
Oh, it was 100 grand for first place for
First place.
open. Yeah, 100 grand. Which
So
And,
what was it total? Maybe 250?
and Breon got 60.
No.
So
We're not counting. Oh, we counting all categories together?
no,
500?
no.
yeah. That's
Man,
right.
I'm just saying that was
Yeah,
the most he ever won as a professional at one time.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think if he goes, let's say if it was 100,000 first, what would it be? 50 or 40 for second?
I think so.
30, 20, 10. So
40,
let's say
40.
200, let's say 200,000.
Yeah. You're
But
a
if he goes
promoter. You know the
500,
numbers better.
if, huh?
You're a promoter, so you know the numbers
Yeah. So if he
better.
goes up to 500,000, that's fucking tremendously more. I mean, but 500,000 for first, that means you're going to have to give the second place 200.
You know how it used to be 10, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now if they just times 10, 100, 40, 30, 20, 10, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this. I didn't want to talk about it, but now I will because it's about my guy Behruz. I just the biggest regret is that I didn't kind of force him into these shows, Romania and Prague, because at the time we didn't know who's going to compete. If I knew that this is what's going to happen. Chris and Martin were going to compete. I would kind of push it and rush it and insist
Yeah,
it. But he needed a break. He needed a break, and I said, like, okay, don't be greedy, don't be greedy. But now, as I'm saying, all the regrets. Having Behruz right next to Chris Bumstead and Martin. Oh my God, that was a missed opportunity.
would have been his Mr. Olympia.
Yeah, that's my greatest regret. But he needed a break, and along the way, I said, okay, listen, he prepared for Olympia, he was ready for it, and then in the last minute, he just couldn't get it, and he just, when you're there already and you just want to give up, that's it. I don't want to continue this, you
You
know.
think it's going to be even harder now with Trump in the office to get a visa for him?
I hope not. I hope not. We're gonna try to do something different. Yeah, something different. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's going to be
this
hard.
just waiting
Can you
for
sponsor,
unnecessary processing is not gonna he's not gonna do it.
can you
Huh?
sponsor him?
How? How can I sponsor anybody?
You know some special skills that no one else, not too many people in the world know.
It's going to be super hard, and it's going to be even more hard
I
next
did
year.
this back in the day with
It's going to be.
Hirotanya Magishi with some other guys, right?
I think it's going to be even harder next year because they're going on a mission just to even get rid of fucking 10 million people that are came illegal. And I think in the meantime, they're going to make it even harder for people to get their visas. It's going to be in the first year, it's going to be for sure harder. Everything's going to be slower. It's a longer process. It's crazy. And even though his shit's been going on for so long, I don't know how far they are in this process. Maybe they're still stuck in fucking phase one. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You really don't know. That's the problem. I feel bad for this guy, man, because this dude is really, that dude is a fucking top guy in the Olympia.
Okay. It's so
He's a
good.
top guy in the Olympia.
Yeah.
I think this year he would have been top five.
Listen, this is why I wanted him to stand next to Martin because Martin established himself, so far, and he would be super competitive, guarantee. And I really wanted to see him next to Chris Bumstead because then people out this sport would realize beauty of a open bodybuilding physique next to beauty of the classic champ. That would be two physiques that we would all be proud of. Let's talk about Martin. I mean, he's still not here. Martin has that hashtag bodybuilding body. I mean, his waist is down to nothing. You've seen his recent updates. His legs are thicker than his waist. And then he has that round muscle bellies. One thing that in particular I didn't really like about Martin, I told him he
Bicep.
would keep the frontal biceps, he would keep it low. So I told him like raise that biceps over the shoulder and create that illusion. But speaking of that, you mentioned that Akim, you didn't like his frontal biceps because he didn't open up that.
Better before. I seen it. I seen the biceps
Yeah,
taller, and I seen the elbows higher, and I saw the shape better.
yeah, but he does with abs, which I like because yeah, and he doesn't uh widen his waist, and arms don't need to be any bigger. It was like hanging triceps and peaking biceps thick. I mean, chest, going down. When you stretch it and down, your chest is thicker when you're down. But a lot of people can't get away. I know you affect the shape a little bit, but Akim doesn't because he still has that crazy V taper, but he lifts his arms.
Okay, so now you just switched completely from Martin to Akim
Yeah,
again.
yeah. But yeah, I was comparing the frontal biceps. So Martin frontal biceps, okay. Martin doesn't have a spectacular arms, but he has good arms.
Mhm.
But Bumstead doesn't have arms, right? That he can be in. So that's it. Side chest, side triceps. Martin has a tremendous. Holy shit! I think he hits it perfectly. He has both variations of a side triceps, leg in front, like uh, Hunter and Dorian, and traditional, and he looks perfect in both of them. Back thickness improved tremendously, and that's where he's gonna get Bumstead, right?
And the side tricep.
Yeah. You know what? I mentioned before I didn't see Chris Bumstead's side triceps, but then I saw the picture and he looked phenomenal. He
Oh
looked
yeah, side tricep.
he looked just as good as side chest, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah.
that's
So I didn't
yeah.
see
'Cause
him do the lat spread from behind. That shot I didn't
I
see.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one.
Uh, Most muscular, you have to give to Chris has all kinds of things happening there, right?
Most muscular
Martin
is
is getting
called most muscular for a reason. So
Yeah.
it's
Martin,
not just striations in the chest.
and then Martin's gonna win the ab and thigh.
Yeah,
Martin has a crazy most muscular. Martin has
yeah.
Yeah, it was hard too,
crazy.
dense.
He was the crazy most muscular. How can Chris beat him in the most muscular then?
I don't know about that, man.
I think
That's a strong
I think
muscle.
I think even Shaun Clarida has a shot in the most muscular.
I think I
He has
think he played in the top two in
he
the
would
Olympics.
narrow, Shaun. Shaun is narrow, right? And his shoulders are maybe bigger than his chest. And the
Mm.
most muscular your chest is supposed to be.
He's narrow, but
Yeah.
what he look when he beat Regan and who else?
Yeah.
Sergio. All these guys are
Sergio,
twice as wide as him.
Antonio and Max,
So
Charles.
I wouldn't I listen, you guys we sitting here counting out fucking Don Clarita, and I think this is a big mistake.
Not counting out. I mean, he's gonna be
Guy
there.
has nothing to lose. He can go in more relaxed than anything. He has
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
He's a lot fuller and harder than Olympia for sure.
Yeah. I think people are going to be surprised, and
Uh,
and keep in mind, you're going to come out for your mandatories. So you're going to get to show off your physique. So,
How
and I think this will help him.
I'll
how
tell you about Shaun. Uh, he lost tremendous volume in the legs. Okay. And I've seen that recent updates, and yeah, he's exploding kind of, but legs are not equally coming back like he used. He used to have a craziest legs you can think of. Thick, separated, threaded glutes, everything. Right now, the legs are still down.
Okay,
The
I
last
don't know.
last update.
I just think that we don't give him enough credit. I think that he's
Oh, I
better
give him
than
all credit.
we think. And in this lineup, he's going to be. I say he's going to be fighting. It's going to be my prediction is Martin, Chris, Shaun, and Andrea Presti. And in fifth place, no, wait a minute. We got Horse MD. Horse MD is in the top five. Yeah,
Andrea,
is
Andrea is looking very good. I've seen him.
yeah.
is Horse looking better this
He's
Milos?
going to take
Yeah, he
it.
has to. I
Huh?
mean, yeah, Horse. I didn't do too much for Horse because he had a Brazilian guy with him, and kind of doing their
In the
thing.
eye. Yeah.
Most, yeah.
Oh, so he's doing his own thing.
Well, I mean, we talk and I've seen the updates, but the principles of no carbs pretty much until day of the show, and then carbing up and
The day of the show, probably up.
yeah, the day before, just day before. Yeah, the day of was very little, but yeah, when I look, he was under impression that he was in better condition than last year's Romania, and I look as
Yeah, I heard you say that, but he wasn't though, right?
he
I
wasn't
don't
exactly
know.
for
I don't know.
horse. As I have a million videos, he can control his abs perfectly for a video for me. And then on the stage, he didn't. And I told him, listen, even after prejudging, like, listen, man, that's a huge thing if you do or if you don't. Right? And really, speaking of that, and I post last Instagram post about that, what I think is the most important thing for posing, mastering posing, gluing your stomach to the spine and knowing exactly how to keep it flat and deep. That's one thing. And then I said that vacuum. I hate vacuum. Okay. But if you know how to vacuum, you can make your waist small at all times. And if you need to be, make it. So as much as I talk shit about vacuum, I don't like it. Uh, if you know how to vacuum, then that's perfect. And that's like um, insurance that you're never going to let your stomach out, right? So that needs to be controlled perfectly. And then when you have everything else happening, how can you make your arms look small or chest look small? Like, what kind of mistake do you need to do on the stage not to have a chest, shoulders, or arms?
Too
What?
much flexing down the middle here.
No, but what I'm saying is about all the
That's
muscles, right?
No
Uh,
chance. No chance of losing shoulders and arms.
Chest, shoulders, arms, you can't. Lats, you maybe don't pull out, okay? And legs, you don't flare and separate. But people are so concerned about chest, shoulders, arms. You know, try to fuck it up. You can, okay? But what you can if you forget your stomach and legs. So for me, that's I said it 2,000 times already. When I knock myself in the head. Abs, legs, abs, legs, abs, legs, and then you look at them like Paul Dillette, right? That wouldn't know how to hit them, lats, like back double biceps. He could not, if you tell him, Paul, try to fuck it up more than he did, it would be impossible. He just needed to even Paul, we love you, it's true. He just needed to raise his arms and not actually squeeze or nothing.
So he's
It probably be better.
so you mean he's at 100% fucking it up? It's not possible to be worse.
No, yeah, it's impossible to do worse than what he did. Yeah. So guys that forget legs and abs in the frontal shots, like, oh my, because they're
Hmm.
concerned about the arms and chest and shoulders.
Yeah. All right.
yep.
So, there's another question I had for Milos. I wanted to ask you last time when we talked,
Yeah,
but I ask you now. Is Regan Grimes no longer with you?
yeah, he's with Stefan. We talked, yeah, and he expressed it, and really, I support it 100%. Stefan is the perfect guy for him.
How would you know?
Yeah,
What
why
makes
you like
Well,
that?
well, Regan, yeah, let's put it this way. He was here, but he didn't really want to train with me too much because he can't handle my training, right? So when you are here and you don't really want to train, you kind of,
I thought he moved there so he can do that.
yeah, that
so
was
do you think he's going with Stefan so he can just ditch the training and do what he wants to
no, no,
do?
no, no, no. But the whole thing, I mean, let's put it this way. Stefan nailed with so many guys, and it gives him that confidence, that okay, probably
Oh,
talked.
so he went there for condition.
Sorry.
So he just went there to get better condition on stage.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
but the thing is, though, you still got to train a certain way to make the muscles look a certain way.
I mean, he's not. I mean,
That's what I
he's
don't get.
maybe like 300 pounds right now, and thinks
Yes,
he
I will
looks.
tell you this, and of course, Regan is going to listen to the podcast. He's super strong. Like, you can imagine how strong he is. I'm serious. Uh, shoulders, back, even legs, right? But there is that point that, okay, many times he doesn't go there, okay, doesn't push to that limit. And that's what I wanted to get from him, right? I mean, I can watch you do the one plate or two plates or 10 plates. I'm watching how you're moving. And if you move with a ease, right? It doesn't matter if it's 10 plates. Okay, if it's 10 plates and you're still moving, that's easy. Okay, let's slow down. Let's keep it in that zone. Let's put on the muscle, right? So he has a greater structure. Now he has enough size. I think that Regan needs to still put the quad size, chest size a little bit, and a bicep. And if he shred
And
that,
the density needs to come.
He's still young though, right?
yeah, he is, yeah.
But I just don't see, I don't think you get the density at the dinner table. I'm gonna eat this chicken, I'm gonna get dense. I eat this steak, I'm gonna get dense. I have some potatoes, I'm gonna get dense. That
They're
comes from the
trying.
training
They're
and the
trying.
posing. The training and the posing, that's where it's at. No way
But
around.
yeah, I don't know. Like back, he trains properly, and it's dense and it's wide, it's thick. So example of what you're saying. So each muscle should be trained for that density, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do we have high hopes for Regan in 2025?
I do, absolutely. I mean,
What do you think he could do in 2025?
probably Pittsburgh. I mean, I was there with the Manions when they were talking to him, and I think that Pittsburgh is going to be like crazy show too.
Loaded, loaded.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be loaded. Yeah, too many guys. Yeah, holy shit. When we think about 3 years ago, we were complaining about prize money being still 10, 4, 3, 2, 1 after 30 years of the same. And then look what's happening now. I mean,
Pittsburgh's
literally
gonna get
speaking,
later.
Now people don't go to do shows because they worried about other people being there. It's like, goddamn, my ex-girlfriend is there. I can't go. What the fuck?
Yeah,
There's the money. Go get it. Get it. Shit, you make more money being third or fourth than you fucking winning them fucking regular shows. So I don't want. It should be stacked. Should be stacked.
yeah.
And there's potentially four shows back to back. There's the Detroit, there's Pittsburgh, there's the New York Pro, and just before
When's your shows?
FIBO,
what was
Yeah.
the last one?
the FIBO, just
FIBA.
before the
FIBA.
Pittsburgh.
FIBA. Holy shit. So next year
Gonna
is
be
going
good,
to be more shows
gonna be good prize money too.
it's going to be more shows next year than this year, right?
Well, and I don't know if it's going to be more because there's a lot of people that had shows this year and had no competitors, and I'm highly doubt that they're going to fucking put that shit on again because
No competitor?
it's depressing if you put in a lot of money in a show and then the people don't show up.
No competitors?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be the same amount, maybe a little less. I don't know yet. The schedule is not out, but I'm still waiting for if we will hit the green light. That way we can announce it, and that will be a good one, be good prize money too.
You're going to be behind the FIBA?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm gonna be.
How much money? How much money?
you have to have a
I don't know
best,
that the
hey,
people has to, but
best
I.
abs award. Milos best abs award.
No, but it's gonna be up there.
That's
It's gonna be.
exactly.
It's definitely up there because you have to do something in
Hey,
order to get the prize to come.
Dennis, is Stefan living in Austria? Is that why he's there?
yeah. Hmm?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
yeah.
that's it right
I,
now.
I was thinking before, why is he Austria? But that makes sense. Yeah, he's in Austria.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, guys, listen. I'm gonna wrap this up because I have a very, very important appointment at 1 o'clock. That's why I did it from home, so I don't have to drive 1 hour to get back.
All right.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys, Chris. Hold down this shit for us over there in Prague.
Having this
And
down.
we'll,
I'll be
we'll
letting you
talk
know
on
what's going on.
Tuesday. We talk on Tuesday, and all the questions will be answered Saturday. It's a Saturday or Sunday? The pros are Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris, find out if it's prejudging on Saturday. No, it's
Not gonna be like that.
It's amateur from
All
Saturday.
amateurs. Because remember last year, Nexzilla won the amateurs and competed on Sunday.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
All right, guys. Appreciate you,
Okay.
Joe. Take care. God bless. Safe.
Peace.